Hi everyone, I'm Congresswoman Terri Sewell. I proudly represent Alabama's 7th Congressional District, and I am so excited to be here, joined by Principal Hudson and the wonderful students of Parker High School to make this very big announcement. As a representative of Alabama's 7th District, I am proud to represent over 100,000 children, and it is among my top priority to safeguard, to ensure their well-being, especially in the classroom. We know that young people here in Alabama and all across this nation are dealing with mental health challenges. I believe it's a public health crisis, actually, and one that demands our immediate action. And that is exactly what we're doing here today. When young people have access to the mental health care that they need and deserve, they are more likely to learn, develop, and succeed. By providing mental health care within the school environment, we are reaching students right where they are. As the daughter of 2 lifelong educators, this issue is very personal to me. I believe that there is no higher calling than nurturing the next generation of leaders. And I have seen firsthand what's possible from this great district when one has resources and opportunities. That is why I am proud to announce that with my support, the United States Department of Education has awarded Birmingham City Schools $3.1 million to expand school-based mental health services. This project will help bring more mental health professionals to our schools and reduce financial barriers to mental health services for students who need them. It will also expand professional development opportunities and help us to recruit and train mental health professionals from diverse backgrounds. Funding for this program was made possible by the Safer Communities Act, which passed in 2022 with my support. It is the first piece of legislation, gun violence legislation, enacted in over 30 years. And I was proud to be the lone member of Alabama's delegation to vote in favor of it. And I want to thank the Biden-Harris administration for acknowledging the need to deal with gun safety and gun violence. I also am thrilled to see that this program will make a difference right here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I am thrilled to be wearing the colors of the Thundering Herd and to be right here at Parker High School with the students and with, of course, the superintendent, Mark Sullivan. Mark, do you want to say a few words and then bring up others?
Absolutely, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the Congresswoman for her support of education. She has been a tireless warrior for public education, and we appreciate her in Birmingham City Schools. In Birmingham City Schools, we have been really aggressive in addressing mental health issues with our students. We know post-pandemic, many of our students came back and they had issues because of isolation, issues because of the pandemic, issues because they were not able to process grief in the way that they could do prior to the pandemic. You know, many of our students came to school with anxiety, they came to school with depression, sometimes students had self-harming behaviors. And so we're really excited that our Student Support Division, under the leadership of Ms. Burns, had the foresight to write a grant to really support the continued work in Birmingham City Schools. And with that said, I'm going to ask Dr. Bigham, as well as Mrs. Burns, to come up and talk a little bit about the grant and what the grant is going to do and how it will affect the students that we serve every day. Ms. Bigham, Dr. Bigham.
Increases in mental health related needs, including those resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic, community violence, and adverse childhood experiences, have profoundly impacted students' emotional, psychological, and social well-being. In writing this grant proposal, it was truly difficult to capture the magnitude of trauma that students face. So in recognizing this urgent need, the school-based mental health grant aims to increase the number of mental health credentialed individuals working in districts and to also increase the number of students receiving critical mental health services. I am proud to share that out of 287 applicants, Birmingham City Schools was selected as one of only 23 applicants to receive this program. In our proposal, we aim for more than just highlighting the need for increased mental health resources. We envision a systematic approach to mental health support in BCS through an integrated tiered framework. This funding will allow and empower Birmingham City Schools to hire 22 credentialed mental health service providers. Additionally, we will be able to partner and contract services with 3 community mental health service agencies. This will be a true game changer for BCS in terms of direct accessibility to mental health services for our scholars. More importantly, it will enable us to offer scholars a comprehensive range of services. Early intervention services for our youngest scholars, school-wide interventions for all students, targeted therapeutic interventions for those in need, and also individual and family therapy for those in most need. When we thought about the true systems level impact of this funding, we identified that we not only needed that tiered approach, we needed to impact the system at each level, including those individual, student, teachers, family, and community. Our holistic approach is designed to not only offer academic success, but also psychological resilience. Thank you.
Great. Are there any questions for Superintendent Sullivan, myself, or Ms. Baker, Dr. Baker?
Why is this something that you felt you needed to do as the representative of this area?
You know, as Superintendent Sullivan said, I think that when it's all said and done, the biggest detriment of our pandemic, this global pandemic, was about mental health and how it affected everyone. The isolation, the inability to have a graduation, to have a senior prom. And I think that a lot of that has serious impact on our students. And so we saw the opportunity in the Safer Communities Act to actually have competitive grants for public schools all across this nation to actually get more resources to hire mental health professionals. And by doing so, we are directly impacting the success of our children. You can't learn if you're not all there. And I think it's really important that we in Birmingham City Schools do all that we can to make sure that our young people reach their God-given potential. And that definitely also includes dealing with mental health. Any other questions? Any other questions? Do you want to say anything, Superintendent Sullivan?
Just to echo what Congresswoman Sewell said, we in Birmingham City Schools, we take mental health very seriously. In fact, one of our pillars, one of our priority areas in our new strategic plan is around student well-being. And so as we see students coming in a situation where we're a school district that we've seen over 20 students to be succumb to gun violence over the last 2.5 years. You know, we have to make sure that our students know how to process. We have to make sure that our students know how to achieve despite some of the conditions that they see themselves surrounded with. And many of our parents, many of our families, there's a stigma that's attached to mental health. And we want to destigmatize mental health and try to make sure that our students have what they need in order to be successful. And that's in the classroom as well as in life. And the support that this grant is going to provide our students, the support that this grant is going to provide our teachers, our staff, is going to be immeasurable. So we thank the Congresswoman for her support of Birmingham City Schools and her support of mental health in our school system.
We're very excited about this opportunity, and these grants are very competitive, and the fact that the first time it was offered, it had over 400 applicants, and for Birmingham City Schools to be one of the 23 students that actually, school systems that actually were awarded these funds makes me proud. And I know that it will also spur other school systems throughout the state of Alabama, and especially in my district, to apply for these opportunities. And, you know, I think that when we, in the Safer Communities Act, we wanted to do just that, safer communities. It was about common sense, gun safety issues, but also really trying to meet people where they are. And our students are in the classroom, and we want to make sure that they have the tools they need to succeed. And that also includes having positive mental health and destigmatizing mental health, as Superintendent Sullivan said. So I'm very excited that the first round of grants from the Safer Communities Act came to Birmingham City Schools.
I have a question for, as a former PTA member here at Parker High School, that moves elementary.
And we're pushing those
I would like to know, and she chime in also. Okay. particularly from the principal. But what does this grant mean to you, and how is it going to help you? Who's here firsthand, living and breathing with our kids every day?
Thank you so much. As Dr. Sullivan has stated, we want to thank the Congresswoman for providing this opportunity for the scholars here in Birmingham City Schools as well as H. Parker High School. And unfortunately, our students are faced with so many challenges in today's society. And with this grant and increase in our social emotional learning component here in Birmingham City Schools, it's going to really enable the teachers, once we can find out exactly what's wrong with, what's going on with our scholar, to really take them to the next level from an educational standpoint. We do realize that when they're facing so many challenges and mental health is real, it is hard to for the teachers to provide the instruction to them.
Great. If there are no more questions, we're going to now present the check and take some photos. And I want the students to be a part of that as well.
What do you guys want us to do?
Let's go right in front of you. Great. I like that.
Well, let's put her on there.
Bring it down.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It's perfect.
And then you can bring it in. Okay, want to make sure it's up. All right.
Can you see the superintendent?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. If you could just slide set this here in the pearls. No. Oh, okay. Perfect.
I think she's just trying to organize it.
Yep.
Down.
All right.
For sure.
All right. Yes. Make sure we get Dr. Bigham in here. Dr. Bigham, we got all of this. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I missed you. All right. All right. We got everyone. Okay. I'm gonna start right here.
Yeah, I know. She's ready.
All right, we're gonna start right here on 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna do some of the cell phone as well. I'm getting picked up on the mic, so that's a powerful mic. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let me get the presses away.
That's my new phone. I want immediate gratification myself.
You got it, Jose?
Sorry. We're gonna look in the center, and then we're gonna look to the left, and then we'll look to the right. Is that good? Center first.
All right, and everybody look this way. And let me check that.
And now we'll look to the left. And now we'll look to the right, which I think is my camera. Awesome. Thank you all. This is great. And Dr. Sullivan, you get to keep this chip. On behalf of all of the students in Birmingham. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media @happeningbham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.